This is the best budget microphone for podcasting and live streaming, and I'll show you why right now. Hi, I'm Regan Ram with Orpheus Audio Academy, and this microphone here, the PD400x by Maono, is a incredible sounding, customizable, dynamic microphone with XLR and USB connectivity. And it's great for podcasters, gamers, live streamers, and even music recording. Its quality and flexibility makes it what I think is the best podcasting microphone under $200. So what exactly makes this microphone great, and how do you know if it will be good for your needs? Well, what I've found is not only does it sound great and natural, but it's fantastic for a home studio environment. As you can see, my room right now, it doesn't have a lot of acoustic treatment. And I also have 3 young children who can make a lot of noise. Right now they're outside, so you probably don't hear them. But if this is your life, right, you are recording from home, maybe you have a family, and you have a lot of background noise going on, this is a fantastic microphone for you if you're live streaming or podcasting or even recording your voice or instruments because of its dynamic design. It's also very sensitive. I have to be careful not to touch my desk, as you will hear it there. I also have a boom arm that I could put this on. Right now I have my other microphone on it, but I'm just using the desktop stand here so you can see what it would be like if you were going to be recording just with what came out of the box. Not only that, but Maono's PD400x, this microphone here, comes with Maono Link compatibility. And what that is it's a little software tool that lets you customize your sound that you're getting out of this microphone. I'll cover that a little bit later in this video. The result is this becomes a very flexible microphone, more than its competitors, which even cost a lot more than what you get here. Because it's a dynamic microphone, it cancels out a lot of the background noise, as it's generally less sensitive, which is kind of the drawback of dynamic microphones. You have to get real close to the microphone for the best results. But with Maono Link, you can record pretty far away from the microphone and he'll still have your audio be pretty high quality, as you can see right here. And you're probably picking up a little bit more of the room with some acoustic treatment. That would go away. You wouldn't hear as much echo. And I'm working on getting to the point where I can add acoustic treatment to my room, but I am very much on a budget myself, which is what makes this microphone fantastic. Combine all this with the fact that this microphone comes with its own onboard EQ and monitoring ability. It has gain control and even the ability to mute your microphone right on the microphone here. That's great for if you're live streaming or something where you can't just edit your audio. So if you're live and you just need to mute yourself real quick, you don't have to scramble for controls. You can just tap the microphone right on top here and it mutes. And finally, right out of the box, it comes with its own desktop mic stand, which is what I'm using right here. It also comes with its own USB cable, XLR cable, so you can start going right away. If you don't have an interface, you can just use the USB. If you do have an interface, you can use your XLR. And this makes it just a really flexible, great microphone. Now, it also comes with this little windscreen here. So if you're having trouble with plosives, like P and B sounds, and it's really just causing sounds in your mic that you don't like, you can just put this right on top of the microphone. I haven't found that it's too bad on its own. I don't know. You can tell me if you think the plosives are too bad. Maybe if I was going to be singing or something, I would use this. Maybe if you have other background noise you want to help cancel out, you can use this wind filter as well, which again comes in the box with this microphone. So I might be wrong, but my understanding is that this microphone kind of compares to the Shure MV7, which is kind of billed as one of the best budget podcasting microphones. But if you look at this graph real quick, you can see how it compares, and it can do everything the Shure MV7 can do, but even more, as it has its own onboard EQ and its own portable desktop mic stand. And on top of that, it's also a lot cheaper. As far as features and frequency response goes, here you can see a graph showing the frequency response of the Maono versus another well-known model. I'm not sure what model microphone this is. Some other features though, it has a dynamic capsule like I mentioned. It has a cardioid polar pattern. So again, those two things combined make it great for podcasting or home studios because you're not going to be picking up too much background noise. It also has the touch mute button on the top. It also has its own built-in gain knob that you can use to adjust the gain on the microphone itself. You can control not only the mic gain, but also the headphone volume in your headphones, right? How much you're hearing the computer sounds or what you're hearing from the microphone itself. So this makes it great, again, if you're doing a live stream or you're using a podcast with other sounds. You want to make sure you have that good balance so you're not distracting yourself with the other sounds that are in your project. And you can actually monitor yourself right from your microphone. You don't have to have it plugged into an interface. I actually have my headphones plugged into the microphone right now, and I can tell you that there is zero latency. I'm not hearing any delay, as that really throws you off. If you're hearing your voice delayed, you'll start talking like you're drunk. And so you don't have that problem at all with this microphone. You have zero latency. And this is of course compatible with PC, Mac, iPhone, Android, just about every device that's out there. It comes with its own app that you can use to customize your sound, which I'll cover again in a little bit. And it's also just a very well-built microphone, as it has a all metal body and comes with this little portable mic stand, which you can take off if you want to. And then, all right, if you have a boom arm, you can connect this into there as well. All right, now let's look at Maono Link, which is the free app that comes with this microphone. So you can see it right here on the screen. So you can see here in Maono Link in the standards section here, you can see how your mic is doing as far as gain wise. You can adjust that here over in the advanced section. So right now the gain's pretty high, so I could pull this down here. There's also this knob on top, and I can use that to turn down the gain, as you see here. And so back over here, you can see your headphone volumes. This is how loud what you're hearing is in your headphones. You can monitor your mix here. So if you've got computer audio going, maybe it's your DAW, or you're just doing a podcast or live stream with other sounds, you can adjust this here. So you can see how much of this you want to hear your voice, how much you want to hear what's coming from your computer. So you can set this here. And you can also choose the tone of the microphone. So do you want to have a deeper podcast sound? Do you want to have more of a natural sound here? This is a nice natural where it's not really any boosting or cutting, or you can have a brighter sound. So if you want to sound a little brighter, maybe if you're recording vocals, this would be good. I like the deep setting here. If it's just your voice alone, is a nice rich tone to it, which is great for podcasting. I'm a little hot here on the gain, so I'm gonna just turn this down a bit so I'm not quite as loud there. And then you can also set the distance here, which is very, very practical here, especially with a dynamic microphone. And I'm hearing a little bit of plosive, so I'm gonna put the windscreen on now. And so again, here's the distance setting, which is really nice. So if you're farther away, you can use this far setting. It will boost the audio, so you're not going to be completely lost, right? So for whatever reason, you can't get the microphone right next to your voice, you can use this to kind of compensate. Because with dynamic microphones, it's best if you're right on the microphone right here. And if you are, you can set the near setting, and it won't be so overpowering. It'll sound more natural if you're near, or if you're somewhere in the middle, right? You can set the mid setting. And so this is really, really impressive here, and makes this a really flexible, awesome microphone to have for podcasting versus just getting a standard dynamic microphone. So we can go to advanced over here. Again, you can set your headphone volume, monitor your mix, and so on. But it also has an EQ setting here, and this is built into the back of the microphone, which I'll show you. And the cool thing about this is that, right, you can adjust the EQ on the back by hitting the button back there. But you can also adjust the EQ here. And as I adjust the EQ in Maono Link, you'll see the setting changes on the microphone, right? So there's nothing. Now I got a high pass filter, I got a little presence boost, and this is a high pass filter plus presence boost. And you also have a built-in limiter and compressor. And so this is really nice if you're going to be, having a lot of dynamics in whatever you're recording, a lot of low sounds and then maybe some louder sounds, right? Maybe if you're talking normally, but then you're going to be reacting and getting really loud. You can set a limiter here. And so you can set this, at however dB you want. So maybe you don't want it to, what's that here? Like we'll say -1 dB. And so what the limiter will do is it will ensure that no matter how loud you get, it's not going to get louder than -1 dB, so you're not going to clip. So that's really great. But again, if you're having a lot of variance in your voice, you might want to turn the compressor on too and set this where you want, test it out with your voice when you're talking really quiet. So you might want to set it like up here. So this way it just kind of levels out your audio so it's not too loud or too quiet. And then again, the limiter protects you from getting any of that annoying clipping or popping sounds. And so this makes it just a really awesome, flexible microphone. You don't need a lot of other equipment with it, right? Because it's all built in. If you don't have a lot of audio editing tools or experience, then this lets you get a really great just recording initially when you are using it as either a podcasting microphone, a live streaming microphone, or using it from some other use, even recording instruments or your voice. So to summarize the pros and cons of this microphone, I think it just has great sound quality overall. I've been using it for this entire video, so you can tell me, if you think it sounds good or bad. But overall, I think it has a really great sound. It's also very flexible, a lot more flexible than any other type of just regular dynamic microphone that would use, and even more flexibility than most of your other budget podcasting microphones out there. And it's also extremely easy to use and set up. As for the cons, I really couldn't think of any for this price range. Right? Obviously, your more expensive microphones are going to be higher quality overall, but if you're looking for a budget, this is clearly the best microphone for a budget podcasting or live stream microphone. So if you want to pick this microphone up for yourself, I have an affiliate link in the description below. That means if you purchase through my link, that I will earn a small commission at no extra cost for you, but doing so also really just helps support this channel so I can create more great free content like this. If you want to see some of my other microphone reviews, I'll have a playlist on the screen right now where you can check out those reviews. All right, have a great day and keep creating.